We're going to be going through a bunch of new leaked details for the Modern Warfare multiplayer beta. This is another huge video from the Gaming Revolution source over at Infinity Ward, leaking a bunch of stuff, pretty much everything you guys need to know, the logistics regarding the Modern Warfare multiplayer beta beginning this week. I want to go through all of this stuff here. We're going to go through a bunch of different things, the maps in the beta, the pre-download times, the different updates we're going to be seeing within the beta, and all of that good stuff. So let's get straight into this here. Big Modern Warfare beta leaks. At the start of the PS4 beta, the level cap will be level 10 and will not be increased until all 3 platforms are included. The perk Quick Fix was taken out of the beta, but will be still a perk within the perk 1 slot in the full game. So this is very interesting. Only up to level 10 until all of the platforms. So weekend 1, you're only going up to level 10. That seems very weird, and that seems extremely low, and I don't know why they're doing that. That's one thing I'm a little confused about. Hopefully it's only level 10 for the first day, and then what they usually do is increase it by like 10 levels every other day or something. But level 10 for the whole first weekend for PS4 players, that seems like a bit too small of a level cap. I don't really know. So let's go through all the other information though. PS4 users will be able to pre-download the beta on the 10th, so that's huge information as well. The 10th, which is a Tuesday, we're gonna be able to pre-download this beta. Digital pre-orders for Modern Warfare on the PS4 will be able to pre-download the beta at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. But if you are a non-digital pre-order, the PS4 redeem codes or the tokens for the beta will be sent out on the 10th as well, around 11 a.m. Pacific time. So again, as I talked about in my other video, you guys that pre-ordered the game through GameStop or you pre-ordered physical copies, you're gonna get an email, you're gonna get a code from Call of Duty. You obviously typed in your code already. You're gonna get that token from Call of Duty, whatever email you have connected with them, and then you're gonna type that into the PS4, and then you could start pre-downloading your beta. Xbox and PC will be able to pre-download on the 18th. Once again, 10 a.m. for digital downloads and 11 a.m. for retailers. PS4 redeem codes will be sent out, which are the tokens. Once Xbox and PC get access to the beta 2, on the 19th and the 20th, the level cap will be increased to level 20. Once the 21st hits, the level cap will be increased to level 30. 30 will be the max level cap increase for the beta. There will be playlist updates throughout the beta. So just to talk about this for a second, again, it seems a little weird. So the whole beta, the whole cycle of the beta, the max level cap is only 30 at the end of it. Now, obviously, I don't want to complain. That's not necessarily a bad thing for the game, but I feel like for people that are grinding and playing the beta a lot, you might as well just increase it and let them continue to actually just go and grind levels. Maybe you make it so you're not unlocking all of the weapons that you would unlock at level 45 or level 50 or something like that, but just make it so you can just grind through the levels and get something done. But again, it's not that big of a deal. The huge thing here really is the playlist updates. We're going to be seeing a bunch of different updates throughout the cycle of the beta. Here are a few. The 21st through the 23rd will be the only days where Ground War 32v32 will be available. There will also be double weapon XP on select days during the beta to allow players to test out more gunsmith attachments. So again, that's just some stuff for the second weekend, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing some stuff on the first weekend as well throughout pretty much every other day through the betas. And we've seen this with most betas in the past, especially with the Black Ops 3 beta, but most betas, most huge Call of Duty betas have seen multiple playlist updates, and especially you guys know with this game, Modern Warfare, they want our feedback. They want us to test out all of this different stuff, so we're going to probably see different elements of all parts of the game be tested for at least a day. So let's say the first day of the PS4 beta, we have all the normal stuff. The second day, we get a new little element added, and then it's gone the third day. We get it back another day for the crossplay beta. We lose it, we get something else the other day, and pretty much every day it switches with a new playlist update with new features for us to test out. New game modes, new weapons, new kill streaks, all the different stuff, maybe a new map added. You guys know how it works, but just, think about that, but on a whole nother level for this game, because again, Infinity Ward, Modern Warfare, they want our feedback, they want to test everything out, they're really ambitious, so that stuff is honestly necessary for them to test it all out within the beta. For weapon attachments, some require certain weapon levels to equip, but for certain attachments, once you have reached the required level, there will be an additional task to unlock, such as kill 50 enemies. So some attachments will have double unlocks. So again, that's just a whole part of the game as well. As you're leveling up the different weapons, once you actually get to that point, you're going to have to do one little thing, and then you'll have that second sort of unlock for the attachment. And again, with all the different attachments within this game, I mean, this game has so many attachments. The double weapon XP is definitely going to be necessary if people really want to be able to level up their weapons as fast as possible to test out all of these different attachments, and then to obviously get the double unlock of all of these different attachments, which will, you guys know if you've seen from the multiplayer reveal, create all of these different crazy variations of weapons that we saw within the gunsmith back at that reveal. Now here's something very important as well. Progression from the PS4 beta will carry over to the second weekend of the beta. Parties will have a max amount of 6 people within the beta, no larger, despite larger player count modes. Specialist streaks and specialist perks will not be available in the beta, so that definitely does suck. I really wanted to test out the specialist streaks and perks, and maybe they just, still want to fine tune it. They don't want to bring it in the beta, or they're just so sure about it they don't need to test it out. But whatever, I definitely, can't wait to use that within the game. With the actual player amounts, that's not that big of a deal. 6 people is more than enough. It would be sick to test out Ground War with a huge party of people, but 6 people in a party is more than enough to actually test it out and play and have fun. And another thing with the beta progression moving over to the second weekend, it's obvious, it makes sense. I mean, people that play on the PS4 just have that edge over the people on the Xbox and the PC, so they're just gonna have more time to experience the game and level up. So it's not that big of a deal that the level is, moving over from the first weekend to the second weekend. If it reset, I guess it'd be a little more fair, but the PS4 players are already getting that full weekend, so there's no point in resetting their stats. You might as well just carry it over, and that's that. Now here's a bunch of stuff with all of the multiplayer maps within the game. So the beta will feature 7 to 9 maps. 4 of those will be gunfight maps from the alpha, excluding 1. The main maps are Hackney Yard, Cave, Run It, and Quarry. And then there's Raid, which is a 10v10 map. 20v20 will not be in the beta, just 10v10, and obviously 32v32 added. Anaya Palace will not be within the beta. So those are the details on the maps right now. And again, this is a leak, so I'm not going to say this is confirmed, and I do think maybe they'll add maybe additional maps on the second weekend, and you never know. Infinity Ward could make some last minute decision to add some more stuff. If they see we're really enjoying it, or they really want to test something out, they could do that on the fly. I mean, the Modern Warfare Gunfight Alpha was really something they just quickly thought of, and then they just got it up together, and that's that. They just put it out. They were really never planning on it, so I definitely see it's possible, for this beta to have some sort of quick decision to bring us an extra multiplayer map to test something out, and we'll see how that goes. Definitely not the first weekend, but I could for sure see the second weekend some new stuff being added in the form of multiplayer maps, and maybe they will add additional 32v32 maps as well. We'll just have to wait and see. No hardcore in the beta, but instead we will have tactical realism, which is just like hardcore with lower health. Team killing is disabled, and some minor changes from standard hardcore. So again, this is like, obviously we're not seeing hardcore, but this is Infinity Ward's new Modern Warfare version of this realism type game mode within Modern Warfare, which it's like an easier hardcore, but just, I don't know, it sounds pretty cool. Lowered health, no team killing. Obviously hardcore you can team kill, and some different stuff, just a different variation of hardcore that adds in, probably it seems like a middle ground between hardcore and normal game mode. So that's gonna be pretty interesting to see and test out within the beta. 2 night map variants in the beta too, so that's gonna be pretty cool to see and test out the night vision goggles within the game and how that gameplay really affects how you're playing. It seemed very interesting at the reveal, and obviously we didn't get to test it out during the gunfight alpha, so honestly I'm pretty excited to really test out how different of a feeling it is, and if it's something that we can actually get used to within the game. I also want to know how often the night variants of the maps are going to pop up within the playlist, because maybe it's something where we don't like it as much and we don't want to see it come up. And I think honestly, if the night variants come up every so often and it's not every other map, that would be a pretty good, medium there, because I think for the most part people want to play the normal maps, but sometimes they want to test out and switch it up and play the night versions of these maps as well. So it's going to be really cool to all test that out within this beta. And here's one last clarification on one of the maps here. So for clarification, Quarry is not the MW2 map and it's not 6v6, it's actually the 32v32 map that's going to be added during the second weekend of the beta. That's pretty much all you need to know regarding the beta. We'll probably get some more leaks and some more updated information regarding this beta very soon, but I think there is a decent amount of information here that you guys could soak up and get ready for. It's this week, it's this Thursday, it's really hype, so get ready. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, leave a comment below beta if you watched the whole video. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.